Pentecost is universally regarded as the birthday of the Church. It signifies the completion of the Paschal Mystery, Christ's passion, death, resurrection, and ascension, and the definitive commencement of the Church's mission to spread the gospel to all nations. These phenomena, wine and fire, are powerful, classic biblical symbols of God's life-giving, liberating power and guidance, echoing divine manifestations throughout the Old Testament. The biblical account in Acts 2 describes a dramatic sensory experience. A sudden sound like a rushing wine filled a house where the disciples were gathered, followed by tongues of fire appearing and resting on each individual. Subsequently, they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in different languages, as the Spirit enabled them. Think for a moment about language. We often take it for granted, but it's far more than just sounds or symbols. Language is the very vessel of culture, the heartbeat of a people's history, their joys, their sorrows, their dreams. When we genuinely strive to understand another's language, be it spoken words, body language, or even the subtle nuances of their expressions, we begin to grasp their culture, their unique life situations, the very texture of their existence. It's through language that we cross the bridges of difference and enter the sacred space of another's experience. Pentecost was not just a linguistic feat, it was a divine act of profound empathy. God, through the Holy Spirit, met people precisely where they were, speaking to their hearts in the language they understood best. It was an immediate, powerful demonstration that the Spirit breaks down barriers, fostering understanding and unity where division once reigned. This brings us to a beautiful, life-altering truth. The transition from believing to acting is like moving from drinking the water of life to having rivers of living waters flowing from one's heart. Just as the Holy Spirit enabled the apostles to speak the language of diverse nations, so too does the Spirit within us equip us to understand the language of all creation, our environment, and crucially, the people around us. This language is not always verbal. It's the language of a hungry child's gaze, the unspoken plea of an elderly neighbor, the quiet struggle of a colleague, the weary sigh of our planet groaning under neglect. It's the language of unspoken needs, of unaddressed injustices, of quiet suffering in our communities here, throughout Ghana, and across the globe. To allow our rivers of living water to flow means understanding the language of our environment, seeing the litter, feeling the heat of climate change, hearing the silent cry of depleted resources. It calls us to action in stewardship, to protect the very earth that sustains us. Understanding the language of our community, recognizing the challenges in our neighborhoods, be it inadequate schooling, lack of health care, or the daily struggles for economic survival. It compels us to move beyond passive observation to active engagement, advocating for change, offering tangible help, building up those who are struggling, understanding the language of individuals, tuning into the nuances of people's pain, their hopes, their dreams. It means listening not just with our ears, but with our hearts, allowing empathy to be our guide. Let us ask ourselves, are my rivers of living water flowing? Am I truly listening to the language of creation, of my community, of those closest to me? Am I allowing the Spirit to translate their needs into actionable love within my own heart?